For you as a coach, what difference does it make having someone like Chandler coming in, possibly in case like Gaethje does fall out or whatever, be an opponent versus someone like Tony being the back guy, considering he only lost to Gaethje, he was on a 12-fight win streak. He would seem to be the choice. I mean, I know Chandler came in and they're trying to do something with him, whatever, but you as a coach, what difference does that make for you, having someone like Chandler on the side, possibly as an opponent here at short notice like this, versus someone like Tony Ferguson if they were to bring him in and have him be in the holding dock?
Well, I think from the fans' perspective, Tony would be the more logical, approved bet, But from, if you listen to Khabib's interview, he thinks Tony needs to get a win for him to even come back into the picture, and he feels that Tony might not be at his best anymore. So
yeah,
it is what it is. It's Chandler and his. But from a fan's perspective, I would think that they still would want Tony.
Yeah,
I 100%. If you had a vote, Chandler or Tony, I'd almost think 99.9% Tony.
Yeah, that would be a big for sure, 100%. Do you think that Khabib still wants to fight Tony, depending on if he does get his? I mean, not looking past Gaethje, of course, you can't look past Gaethje in whatever the situation. But since that fight was supposed to happen so many times and it never did, do you think there's a part of Khabib that just wants to fight him no matter what at some point if he deserves it and he gets his right, and they just are in a position to fight each other just to close that chapter, considering it's been opened so many times, more than any fight I think in the history of the UFC?
Yeah. It's really funny about all those questions people ask me. I never talked to him about who he wants to fight. Never.
Yeah, he never talks
about it. We just
him.
train for the fighter. So, what I'm saying is not really from what him and I talked about. It's from what I'm thinking. And it's not from talking to him. It's just what I'm thinking. And I would have to say, based on what I read, I would say that he's closed that chapter, and he's moved on to the new horizon. And, if we can get by Gaethje, which is not going to be an easy task in itself, because he's very, very tough.
Absolutely.
And if we can't figure out the Gaethje puzzle, we can have a problem in our hands, So we have to stay focused on that. But I would think that anybody else outside of GSP, from this fight on is not important to him.